Welcome to Brake Check. I'm Brian, and this is the brand new 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. At $44,000, it is ready for whatever you have.
$44,000?
Yeah.
This is way cheaper than that and gets 24 miles a gallon on the highway. Now, let's be honest. When was the last time you went off-road?
Today, actually.
Oh, well.
But in the real world, it's been a long time.
Well, let's take this one on-road.
Okay, and let's take this one off-road and see what they're all about.
Let's do it.
All right, Craig.
Yes.
This is the Pro-X, the on-road version. 3.8 liter V6.
All new 3.8.
9-speed automatic. Let's hit it. Oh, there you go. Sounds like a VQ, baby.
60.
Okay. A little rotating on the 1-2 shift.
Yeah.
Found that interesting. Now, this is the two-wheel drive version, the Pro-X, and we'll hit the Pro-4X in just a minute. My first impression on that right there was the rear final drive seems pretty tall.
It does.
Which I'm sure is for mileage. And we've actually been getting reports from owners that this thing's punching a little bit above its EPA numbers.
It sure seems to be. A lot of the reviewers, some of the owners' early reports are that I think this particular unit's 1924. It's 24 highway. I know that. Highway. 20 combined.
And some are cracking off like 26, 27.
Yeah.
Like pretty.
And in the four-wheel drive, they're getting 22, 23, even though its highway's like 20, 22.
So I think it has a lower gear ratio.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, give us your impressions of Dynamics. What you got?
Well, so far, I want to talk about this is all new. The Frontier is all new.
Well, the frame's the same as the old one.
Okay, well,
right.
Mostly all new.
But everything else is
mostly all new.
Everything else is
for
all new.
Nissan, it's really all new.
No,
I mean,
honestly, it feels all new.
Yeah, it does. My first impression, here's my initial thing, my first takeaway is it's pretty quiet.
Really quiet.
Like just level quiet. That's the lane departure thing.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. No, it really is. Like there's no wind noise. There's no road noise. There's no rattles here. You might hear a little rattle. That's our camera.
I mean, this is a truck.
This is a truck.
Yeah.
I like it though. Now, can I comment on comfort?
Okay.
There's a sunroof in here, Craig.
That means there's no headroom, right?
That's wrong. That is
what?
Wrong. I'm the tall guy in the torso.
Yeah.
No problem in here.
Yeah.
I'm actually really impressed with that. That's a problem. Look, I drove a heavy-duty full-size truck today that had a major problem with headroom. This is not having that problem.
What do you think about the interior dash, the whole layout?
Man, actually I like it a lot because it feels new and it feels fresh, but it doesn't feel like the designers just got silly and like, ooh, let's try origami on the dash. Like, it just works. Like the resolution refresh rate on the infotainment's really good. With the nav on right now, we're taking turns, and it's not doing the glitch as the map moves.
Right, it's pretty crisp.
The gauges are not full digital, but they do have digital in the middle and analog on the outside.
I love analog gauges. And
love it.
Yes. It's
easy to read.
It's still simple, but not overly complicated like you're saying. Yeah.
And it has good info in the middle.
Here's what I like about it. See these, Brian? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 knobs.
Which is what cars need.
Yes.
Tune, volume.
Yes.
Climate control, other climate control.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
One pick on this though. This is a two-wheel drive truck, right?
It is.
And I can clearly see where that knob should be.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like the obviously missing 4-wheel drive selector.
Like maybe they should have put like, I don't know, a toothpick holder there, something, a coin holder, something.
Yeah, it screams, or another power outlet or something. It
screams you didn't get 4-wheel drive.
It screams I don't have 4-wheel drive. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's okay.
And the 4-wheel drive option's about $3,000 more for this similarly equipped truck.
And we do have wireless charger right here, which is actually in a really good spot.
Wireless charger is actually in a good spot and big enough to hold all the modern phones.
Yep, exactly. And room to grow, by the way.
Yep. Front seat wise, I think this is very comfortable for a truck.
For a mid-size truck.
Mid-size truck. Yeah. Sight lines are good. It's just practical and straightforward. It doesn't, but it's modern.
It is modern. I like the size of it too.
I do too.
Looks like it's easy to park.
I will say I did sit in the back earlier.
Okay.
And it is not a comfortable seating position. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm 5'9".
Right.
I was basically you sit really far forward and your knees are up.
Okay, so this is a kid seat or a cross-town seat, not a cross-state seat.
It's not going to be comfortable for a kid over 10.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, look, we got that solved. I think we should jump in the Pro-4X, see how it does on the off-road trail here at the Texas Truck Rodeo.
Let's do that. Let's take it off-road and compare the two.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, Craig.
We did the on-road. It's time for the off-road.
Time for the off-road Pro-4X, and it's green.
Yes.
That counts for something.
Yep.
Let's start stage 1 of the off-road course.
Let's do it.
Now, you've taken this course already in a non-film portion of the Frontier.
Yep.
And you got some feedback from the gentleman on the course. And what was that?
I did. There is an obstacle, the first one we're getting ready to do, which is they claim this particular vehicle needs to get a good line, otherwise it struggles.
Okay.
And it's all about
line and approach, right?
Well, that, and this vehicle is just a little long and not very tall, and so it scrapes in the middle. It's got the breakover is a little bit of a problem.
I do feel like if it was like an inch taller, or maybe just a little bit taller tire.
And a little bit taller tire or a little bit small lift would do wonders for this.
And this particular part of the course is made to trick up Jeeps.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind.
That's
This is no simple task.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we're gonna do stage 1. Let's see how that goes.
And so what goodies we got on?
Yeah, we've got it in 4 low.
Yep.
Diff locked.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hold it in first gear.
And we got a 54-to-1 crawl ratio, so it should be able to creep pretty good.
That's a pretty big deal.
Probably got to 2-pedal it too.
Okay.
Okay.
We brought your favorite.
Yes, sir. All of them are our favorite.
Oh, well, man, good job.
You got it low range?
Yes, sir. Low range, first gear, diff locked. And I've been praying the whole time. Let's just see how that goes.
Well, this thing I'll just sail right on.
Oh, good. All right, let's see what happens.
Slow it down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, much slower. There's the scrape. You good?
Easy.
2 scrapes.
It's got it now.
Yeah, clear. There's
Uh-oh.
the side step. There it is, the tip.
Easy.
Got it?
Sound like you be rough.
All right, so that was stage 1.
Yep.
She scraped a little bit.
She did.
Little side step.
Yeah, you gotta really go slow, but it does do it. I mean,
Yeah, it does it. Yeah.
I'll say this. Look, I drove this back to back from the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro,
The top of the line for that.
and let's be honest, TRD Pro is has a little bit more capability than the Pro-4X
A little more
does.
tire, honestly. That's really
Yeah.
the biggest differential.
Absolutely. And so, but it was, I mean, 2% not as capable as that.
Yeah.
I mean, it did the obstacle. It scraped a little bit, and that was it.
So I took the Toyota on that same obstacle earlier as
Yeah.
well. They both sidestepped with the diff lock.
Sure.
Just because there's a bind, similar
Yeah.
wheelbase.
Yeah.
But man, it wasn't night and day.
Yeah.
By any means. In fact, I think this is wider on the road. I think it's a little more comfortable. It might be a trade-off worth having for a lot of people.
Interesting. Yeah.
So let's go to stage 2,
Stage 2, which is the horseshoe.
the horseshoe. So it's downhill, off camber, 80-degree turn and back out of the valley.
We can do it.
Let's see how it goes.
And this one, so I did it earlier. I didn't use hill descent control, or because it doesn't have crawl control, but it does have
Okay.
hill descent control.
Okay.
And I literally just took my foot off the brake and gas,
Okay.
and let the first gear just idle me down.
So let's do that. I've got it in first right now.
Yep.
No brake, no gas.
Nope.
Let's just see if the crawl
Yeah.
ratio works for us here. No gas, no brake.
Yep.
And no computer doing it for us.
Nope. No ABS happening here.
Maybe that's happening.
This is just a good crawl ratio.
That is really good. Makes me think that if you were going to build this and buy it and then build it, the bones of the transfer case and gear ratios are really good.
Very solid. Yeah. You got some solid Dana transfer cases,
Yep.
and it's
And
gonna
rear
hold
end,
up.
right?
And rear end,
So
yeah.
Tell the viewers the difference between the Pro-X and the Pro-4X.
Yes.
And the non-Pro-X.
Yes.
So let's get into that. You mentioned some things about the differentials.
Yeah. So the Pro-X has the Bilstein shock. They both have Bilstein shocks.
Okay.
They're specifically tuned for both applications.
So the Pro-X and the Pro-4X have different tuning, but same brand.
but same brand.
Okay.
And they both have Hankook Dynapros,
Okay.
all terrains, which are meaty-ish. Okay. And then you get one skid plate on the
Here's the hill climb. Let's see
Pro
how
X
this goes.
and no diff lock, so we'll see.
Okay. Now we're looking at the moon right now.
Yep.
In the sky. And that was enough.
That was nothing. There's a
Yeah,
crawl
it
ratio.
just did not matter on that.
So again,
That's really good.
yeah, crawl ratio. And the transmission's really smooth. So I would put it in the third or fourth, and it just does it. And
It
it's
does it.
I'm in 4 low, and it's not like jerking me around.
Okay. All right. So back to the. I didn't mean to cut you off. So what about the rear ends on these trucks?
So okay, let me go back to the Pro X. Sorry. So the Pro X, you get Bilstein shocks, specifically tuned for the two-wheel drive.
Okay.
You get a skid plate. You get a Dana rear end, a beefier Dana rear end than the normal two-wheel drive.
Okay.
And you get the all-terrain tires just like the Pro-4X.
Okay.
That's really it.
Same wheel and tire package.
Yeah. And of course the appearance package too.
And same diff housing, but not the locking diff you get in the Pro.
Don't get the locking diff.
Now I feel like the Pro X, if it had a locking diff option, that'd be really compelling for a lot of people.
It would be.
Like remember the old Baja style pre-runner?
Yeah, the pre-runner.
That's what you would build that
yeah,
for, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And they used to have one that's called a desert runner.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the new version of that.
Okay.
So, okay, now the Pro-4X, you get basically the same thing. You get Bilsteins for the four-wheel drive.
Right.
You get the same tires.
Okay. Okay.
You get Dana transfer case, or Dana rear end,
Rear end, locking diff.
locking diff, and of course four-wheel drive. It's a $3,000 option for the four-wheel drive, basically.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you're going to buy it with your real money, which do you get? Because you proposed in the intro of this that this is cheaper and gets better mileage. I'll argue it does. We did, on the road, we got good mileage with the two-wheel drive version.
Yeah.
We got about 26
Yeah.
in our test loop here, which is pretty good. We've gotten reports of that from a lot of people. I think that's fair to
Yeah.
give it that. Would you give up the miles per gallon four-wheel drive for the $3,000?
I think $3,000 is worth it, but I'm glad it did the PRO-X because I think that's a good option for 90% of the people, and I think they like the look, but they don't really need the four-wheel drive.
Right, a lot of people don't need it.
And some people care about saving that $3,000. It does add up,
yeah,
and the mileage adds up. If you're actually commuting this thing all the time, you care.
If you're on the limit of budget, that's going to matter.
Right.
Okay, we're at the last stage here, Greg. Before we take it,
Yep.
let's address something important here.
Hipster Score. This is green. It's adventure-y. What is four-wheel drive? 3, 2, 1, 4.
God,
Man,
you
you
doing that
keep
again.
copying me.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 4.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I got some mud on this.
I give it 4, and here's why.
Okay.
It's green.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually green.
It's a good green.
On the PRO-X, you can get good mileage. It means it's green.
I also like the lava red trim.
Water trim's really cool.
Yeah.
And the overlandability, I think, is up there pretty good.
It's a good overlander.
And for a truck, it's not that big, so it's not that bad on the environment. It has Apple CarPlay, all that good stuff. 4 is a healthy number. I would argue, though, if it had a little more off-road ability, that would actually help the Hipster Score. It'd be a little more. It'd be a 5 for sure.
I'm with you. I think the payload should be a little higher for the overlanding portion of it.
Okay.
But this is a good platform. Everybody talks about how great the Taco platform is.
Yeah.
This is right there with it. So that's why I think 4 is a good rating for that.
Okay. Who's it for? Let's wrap it up.
This is for someone that likes the mid-sized truck platform and the trail size of that and the convenience of that.
Parkability,
and they want
maneuverability, right.
and who also wants reliability, but just doesn't want a Taco. They don't want a Toyota Tacoma.
And I'll be candid, these zero gravity,
Yep.
anti-gravity seats,
NASA seats, yeah.
they're great.
So
And comfort-wise alone for daily driving, I do like the ergonomics a little better than the Toyotas. But this is an all-new chassis platform. It's going to be fresh.
yeah.
Thanks
So
for watching.
good job, Nissan.
Bravo. Glad it's here.
It's supposed to go somewhere to watch stuff.
Oh, yeah, breakcheckshow.com.
Yep.
Or, yeah, that's all there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks.